Hello, how are you? Put your comments below because I actually do see them. Put them down there. I'll see them. After I do my lives, I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and do a topic every week that pertains to everyone. Something that's not really being discussed, but needs to be discussed. You ready? You ready for what it is? Today's topic is something that can make you lose your almost your whole client, your entire clientele. What made me bring this up is because this is something that's been presented to me recently, and I had to tap into it. And I'm like, Tanisha, you know better. You know better. And so I thought I would share with you guys. Today's topic, and we're going to get right into it right now, is things that can help you lose your entire clientele. You ready for it? Let's get into it. I'm such a lady. And no, we're not talking about the zoins, zoins, the zoins, the zoins. No, we're not talking about that. But we're talking about something very close to it. Something that can make you lose your entire clientele after all this work you've done, after all this branding. Everything's going great. You have people in your chair. Let's talk about it. I've recently had a string of people come back to me and say, hey, my polish chipped. And at first I didn't think much of it because the person who came back to me twice said they had black polish. And I knew that the polish they had was highly pigmented. And it was a special black gel polish that I bought just for doing cat eye and all of that because it was super black. Like you only had to put one coat of it for it to last and for you to do the cat eye design. And so I didn't think much of it. But as time went on, I noticed that I started to get more and more complaints about nails chipping or stuff, not lasting as long. And I'm not used to that. My clients usually come to me once a month. And back in the day, it used to be every 2 weeks. But nowadays, with gel polish, it's like once a month. That's just the reality. So I said, you know what? Let me see something here. I think, and I had to look at you get it? My gel lamp. My gel lamp. My lamp might have been the issue because I'm like, I'm doing everything I could do. I'm fixing people's nails. And even when these people come back to me, I'm just noticing a difference in how their nails look. And even when I go to drill off the acrylic, it looks a little different to me, and even in the way that it's drilling off. And for those of you who do nails full time, you'll know what I mean. It was drilling off a little bit differently. It was drilling off in big chunks as if underneath there was not fully cured. Only the edges were cured. So that told me that maybe my lamp is becoming weak. And you guys, this is what I want to tell you that may make you lose your clientele. Having a light, a gel LED light, UV LED light, whatever your light is, if it's really old, you need to replace that lamp on a regular basis. Every year, I suggest you get a new lamp because if not, you may find yourself running into problems because lamps, I don't care what brand it is. Everybody can come on here and say, I buy this brand, I buy that brand, I buy this brand, I buy that brand, I buy this brand. Can I tell you why brands don't matter much to me? If you watch my channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm a brand manager in corporate America, so brands don't hit me the same way they hit other people when people start talking about what brand they use, because I know for a fact that people manufacture things in the same plant and put different brand names on them. And the people who become brands are the people who have spent money behind marketing. It doesn't mean their product is any better. Those people have just put more money behind marketing their brands. So I digress. I'm going to say that to say, don't get too caught up in names. What I am going to tell you is that UV LED lights lose their power after so much time. And with me, I noticed that I had one client complain, and then after a couple of days, I fixed it, and she still complained. I'm like, I think it's time for me to replace my lamp. If you do not replace your lamp after a year or so, you might notice, depending on which brand you chose to go with, some are stronger than others. I suggest a 48-watt or stronger lamp these days to cure most brands. If you do not do that, you will find that your designs are not sticking, your rhinestones are definitely not staying, and overall you will start getting more complaints. And this is one thing that can definitely make you lose more clientele. Y'all will hear me. This will definitely start making you lose more clientele, because you could fix this person one time, but if they're still coming back to you and you did everything you thought you could do, you're going, but you never replace your lamp, you will continue to have these issues, and the person will stop complaining. They will stop complaining. They will stop complaining to you. They're going to go to somebody else. And guess what? The other person who may not be as good as you, may not be as personable as you, they're going to get that person, because guess what? Their lamp is more powerful. So I want to put this video out here to say, the one thing that can really make you lose your whole clientele and all that work you've done and everything is a faulty lamp. Our lamps only last so long. Our UV LED lamps only last so long. And if you do not replace them after so long, they will not perform for you. Especially if you do acrylic, if you do rhinestone work and things of that nature, it will not last for you, because that light is not strong enough to penetrate through that gel, the hard gels you're using, whatever you're using to keep the stones on. It will not work as well, especially on the thumbs, because when a person is putting their hand in, they're putting their hand in like this, and the light is hitting right here, and it's already weak. But let's look at this thumb. The thumb especially tells, the thumb tells you when your lamp is weak. You'll see in the corners of the nail that there will be some wrinkling and things like that. That tells you that it's not only weak, but it's definitely not hitting the thumbs. It's not hitting the corners, because there's usually a, depending on the lamp you have, some of them are different, but most of them have like a aluminum type mirror finish bottom. That's to reflect the light off the bottom and to bounce up on your thumb. As the client is placing their hand in, the light is supposed to beam from whatever angle is beaming in it. It's supposed to bounce off the light and hit the thumb. So it's hitting right here. But if it's weak, it is definitely not strong enough to bounce off of that aluminum type setting that's sitting on the bottom right here. It's definitely not strong enough to bounce off of something and to hit the nail and to cure it. See what I'm saying? It's definitely not strong enough to do like this to the thumb. So your thumbs are your telltale signs that your lamp is getting weak. When you start having issues with your thumbnail, that is a telltale sign that you need to be replacing your lamp right away, immediately, as soon as possible. If you go to Shecago Beauty Nail Source, we have some lamps available. And if you don't have money to do it right now, we have lamps that you can finance. Anything over $39, you can finance it. But I'm just going to tell you, a full-time nail tech like me, currently I have 3 lamps. And in the past 2 years, I've had 5 lamps, because I don't deal with weak lamps. The minute I start to notice that I'm having issues with my lamp, I will replace it. Because lamps, a bad UV LED lamp will cause you to start to lose your clientele immediately. Because after they complain once and they let you fix it, and you fix it and it's still acting up, their eyes are gonna start drifting. I'm gonna leave my glasses up. Their eyes are gonna start drifting because they don't know what you're doing wrong and they tried to give you a chance to fix it, but you didn't fix it. I'm telling you, you need to look at your lamp. If the problem is stones popping off immediately or polish chipping immediately, it's your lamp. So look on Chicago Beauty Source to see. And if you don't have money right now, you can finance it and we'll get that to you and you can finance the payments on that. But you got to have a good lamp. That is so important for your clientele. That is so important because I'm telling you, like, especially when you're dealing with 3D stones or bigger stones, you're placing, I don't know what people told you, but for me, it's hard gel. And hard gel is what keeps them stones on for a month or more until you take them off. They'll just stay there in place. Hard gel is hardcore. But what people don't understand about hard gel is when you place that hard gel, it's a thick, gooey gel. That client places their hand in there. That gel has to be able to penetrate. It has to be strong enough to penetrate through that hard gel. And it has to get underneath. When I have people place their hands in the light, I'll have them, I say, turn your hand a little bit to the side. And I'll do like this. I'll say, turn your hand a little bit like this for 30 seconds. Now, turn your hand a little bit like that. I do that because I want to make sure that light, you got to understand what you're dealing with. That light has to penetrate. It's like a laser. It's like a laser. If that laser has become weak for being activated for a year or so, it's not going to penetrate all the way through. And that's why your nails and gems and stuff popping off. And something like that will definitely cause you to instantly lose clientele. And it's not necessarily because you're a bad nail taker, because they're a better nail taker. It's because you're simply because your lamp is weak. So this is a little tidbit. A weak LED UV, nobody does UV, but I'm going to say UV LED lamp will make you lose your clientele. That's just a little tip from Shecago, and you take and you do what you want to with it, okay? So make sure you subscribe, like this video, share with a friend, and I'll catch you on the next one, okay? Bye. Y'all don't have to listen, but you should listen.